Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Brad Sherman of California.
I'll have a number of statements and questions for the record. I know we have this 5-minute time limit, and I look forward to reading most of your answers. As to Iran, you knew I would do that. As to Iran, we need to get Europe on our side to impose sanctions, whether or not they view those as sanctions because they don't like the Iran deal or because they don't like Iran's other non-nuclear policies. I want to thank you for bringing to the attention of our European friends the assassinations that Iran has been responsible for in Europe. I know you face some pushback on that, but whether it's the death in Bulgaria in 2012 by the assassination of Hezbollah, an Iranian surrogate, or whether it's the death just last year in Istanbul, or whether it's the Netherlands' assassination of an advocate for the Arab minority in Iran. There are assassinations in Europe. And you should know that sitting right there, Secretary Kerry told this committee that it is fully consistent with the JCPOA for the United States to impose sanctions on Iran for their non-nuclear wrongdoing, including sanctions against the Central Bank of Iran. I'd only wish that that the administration had gone to Europe urging sanctions for that reason, rather than asking them to repudiate the JCPOA. I want to associate myself with the ranking member as to the issue of resources, and particularly ask you to focus on appointing an East Asia and South Asia Assistant Secretary. As to Pakistan, it is a country of great importance to us and has various regions. I hope the State Department would do public diplomacy in the Sindhi language, and I hope that you would reach out to the leaders of Pakistan about the disappearances in Sindh and the forced disappearances. As to North Korea, I can understand that your bargaining position is complete, immediate, a dropping of their entire nuclear weapons program in a verifiable and irreversible manner. That has been referred to as the Libya model. I would hope that while you can go into negotiations with that, if you can come out with verifiable limitations, an end to the creation of new fissile material, a halt permanently to their ICBM program, that should not be regarded as a failure simply because you don't get complete, verifiable, irreversible denuclearization of the Iranian Peninsula. As to Turkey, I hope that the administration would oppose the sale and prevent the sale of the F-35s. They are not a weapon to be used against terrorists. They're a weapon to be used against Greece. And I hope the State Department would at least be neutral should Congress consider, as we are considering, the recognition, the remembrance of the millions of Armenian, Greek, Assyrian, Chaldean, and Syriac victims of the Ottoman Empire at the beginning of the last century. As to our trade deficit with China, that grew from 309 to 337 in the first year of the administration. And I hope that we don't see a shuffle where we continue to import oil, then China buys our oil and natural gas, and then we're told, well, we've done something about the trade deficit. We should not count oil and gas exports to China as a reduction in the trade deficit. I would hope that when you talk to President Sisi, you urge him to protect the Christian minority and note that only 53 permits have been issued to renovate or build churches when over 5,500 applications have been made. One question for an oral response or a quick response, and that is, can we meet our challenges around the world with a 30% cut in the foreign aid budget?
So you have my word. As I said, we're gonna get this piece right. I assure you. And I want to comment on one other. I am close to making a number of significant announcements about new members of the team. Assistant Secretary for East Asian affairs and South Central Asia amongst them. Ambassador Shannon is retiring here shortly. We'll need a replacement for him, and we're very close to moving along. We've got to get him through the Senate, but I am looking forward to getting the whole team built back.
We go now to